All right, chat. We're back with another live watch along. We now have San Diego FC versus the Vancouver Whitecaps to see who's going to face Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. Huge game. Huge game to see who's going to make it. And either way, we're going to have a matchup between two teams who have never played an MLS Cup final before. Guys, what a crazy night. Crazy night. We just did a 3-hour stream or 2.5-hour stream for the Inter Miami game, did a post-game recap. We're back doing this game, another 2.5 hours. We're going to probably have Fabian Rankel, my good friend, stop by a little bit, get his feedback, see what he thinks about these games. But where else are you guys getting this type of coverage? Who else is doing 2 back-to-back live watch-alongs and giving you the post-game recaps? Make sure you guys like this stream down below. It helps us out. Share with a friend. We're going to see who's going to play Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We just keep gaining momentum. We're going to hit 12,000 by MLS Cup final day next week. I am confident of it because of how much you guys have shown us in your support. And this is the biggest MLS channel that there is, and it's thanks to you guys. And it's going to only continue to get bigger as this league continues to grow. So I want to thank you guys for being here with me. I want to thank you guys for this incredible season where we've seen incredible growth. And we still have a long way to go, guys. This league hasn't even close to reach its potential yet. So I just appreciate all the support you guys show me. You guys make all this stuff worth it. You guys are the reason I do all this. And I hope you guys enjoy this. But I want to ask you guys, kickoff is at 9:15 my time, so we got about 17 minutes. What do you think the score of this game is going to be, Vancouver versus San Diego FC? Who's going to win? The game is at San Diego FC. Vancouver's having to travel to this game. Is Vancouver going to win or San Diego going to win to play Miami in the final? What is your score prediction for this match? Let me know down below. Right, round 2 it is. It'll either be Messi versus Müller or Messi versus Jair next week. Yep, that's exactly right. And Michael says, game's gone. Allende hat trick and Mascherano cooking. Cute Kenny, hope Vancouver win today. We'll see if they do. It's going to be a tough battle. Go let's see, BC Vancouver. Go Whitecaps. Who has 2 thumbs and does 2 back-to-back MLS playoff streams? This guy. Vancouver 2-1. San Diego 1,000, Vancouver 0. Is this the final? This is the Western Conference final between Vancouver Whitecaps and San Diego FC to see who's going to play Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final next Saturday. It's a big game. Very big game. Want to know what your guys' score prediction is for this game? I had Vancouver winning this match 3-2. My prediction is 3-2 Vancouver wins. I think Vancouver has a very, very I think Vancouver has a very, very good attack. Thomas Müller, obviously the German legend. I think he's just helped this team. Not that the team was already good. Like, I'm not trying to downplay what this team was. They were already good. They made it to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. But what he's been able to do for them confidence wise is just on another level. The midfield's been good under Berhalter and Kubas. Obviously, Sabi and Ahmed have been very, very good on the wings. Takioka has been one of the best goalkeepers in Major League Soccer. This is just a very, very well-rounded team. And on the other end, you got Pellegrino, who's been balling out. Good addition from San Jose this past season. Dreyer, obviously, has been the most underrated player in Major League Soccer that you guys probably aren't too familiar with, or a lot of people aren't. But we're going to have to see what Vancouver can do at center back with Blackman out. Losing Blackman is a huge, huge loss because he got a red card. So he's not going to be in this game. It's going to be an incredible match. I said 3-2, but it could go either way. I think Vancouver has a better team, but Tristan Blackman being out really does hurt this team, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a battle between the best players. Is Dreyer going to have a better game? Is Muller going to have a better game? Who's going to step up in the supporting cast? Who's going to step up in the supporting cast for both of these teams? Stadium doesn't really look too packed, but maybe this was an older feed. Maybe this isn't current. But Anders Dreyer is incredible. If you guys have not watched him, if this is the first time you're watching this incredible player, he is very special. Very special. And I just think that he might not be in Major League Soccer that much longer, to be honest with you. He's that good. He's that good. So Vancouver has more experience than San Diego. They do, but you just never know. You never know. I mean, San Diego made it this far, and a lot of people probably thought they wouldn't make it this far. So all bets are off. All bets are off, honestly, guys. Who knows what's going to happen? Inter Miami made it to the final, and it's going to be between the 1 and 2 seed to make it. I thought LAFC would be the favorite to make it out of the Western Conference, but I was wrong. Vancouver beat them. Vancouver's a force right now. Thomas Müller might not be the same player he was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, but you know what? He is a confidence builder. He is a conductor. He is a leader of men, and he's going to have this Vancouver Whitecaps side believing that they can win this match. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a very, very tough match. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a battle. And we saw that San Diego was able to win last week. And it looked like maybe they were going to struggle in that match against Minnesota. Minnesota plays a very, very tough style of ball that frustrates opposing teams. And they were able to persevere, and they were able to win that game. That was 1-0. Anders Dreyer came up clutch. But nonetheless, they won. They won that game. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But this is going to be, I think that I said this in the preview with Tony and Michael. The two things that are going to be most important for either one of these teams is who's going to be the weaker position group is going to have a better game. Is it going to be San Diego's midfield, or is it going to be Vancouver's back line? That's going to decide this game, in my opinion. We already have Canada team versus U.S. team in MLB this year. Will it be the same for MLS in the final? Possibly. It might be. LAFC versus Miami final next year. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's a long way away. We'll see what happens. But Miami's punched their ticket. They're going to be in the MLS Cup final now. Inter Miami are in the MLS Cup final. They're going to get a chance next Saturday to play for the biggest trophy in Major League Soccer. God, Andrew Dreyer is so good. And believe this or not, they paid $5 million for him. You see Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller's got aura. Anders Dreyer was only $5 million for San Diego FC. He was the biggest steal of the entire season in Major League Soccer. He was the steal. He might be the biggest steal in MLS history. The only reason why Sebastian Jovinko might be a bigger steal than him is because Sebastian Jovinko was a free transfer from Juventus. But Anders Dreyer, they bought him from Anderlecht for $5 million. And the guy has 19 goals, 19 assists. And in 2023, 2024, he was the runner up in the Golden Boot. He had 19 goals in the Belgian Pro League, only behind one Kevin Denke. He deserves a lot of credit. He's a very, very, very good player. Very good player, Anders Dreyer. Very special to watch. Very special to watch. Danny Higginbottom in the booth, former Stoke City legend, half-hour drive away from me. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. But here's the question I have for you guys. And look, we'll find out more tonight. But does it really even matter who plays Inter Miami? Do you guys think either one of these teams can beat Inter Miami the way they're playing right now? Can either one of these teams beat Inter Miami right now? Honestly. Inter Miami just beat New York City FC 5-1. Can either one of these teams beat Inter Miami? Yes, Vancouver can. Jack says San Diego FC. San Diego, of course. San Diego. Yeah, I mean, this one sounds like a classic best beach cities in the country showdown between San Diego and Miami. Look, I think that either one of these teams can beat Miami. I'm not saying they will. I think they can. Obviously, Miami's not unbeatable, but it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a really tough match. It's not going to be given. Like, they're going to have to play very, very hard. And, when you get to the MLS Cup final, it's one match, single elimination. Everything's on the line, guys. Anyone can win it. Doesn't matter what your salary budget is. Doesn't matter who your striker is. Doesn't matter who your goalkeeper is. Anything can happen. It's one game, winner take all for the trophy of the league. Anything can happen. So, yeah, I think either one of these teams definitely can beat. Let me turn my camera. I didn't even realize to turn my light off on my stream. Let me turn that on. Maybe you guys can see me a little better. But yeah, I think anything's possible. Anything's possible. And I think that they can win MLS Cup versus Inter Miami. I'm not saying they will. They can, though. They can. The winner of this will have a chance. We've already seen Vancouver do it. And that's another good point. And look, we haven't even seen Vancouver with Thomas Müller yet. This was a Vancouver team that annihilated them without Thomas Müller. Wow. Just incredible day. Incredible day. Can't believe the season is so close to ending either. Cannot believe the season's so close. Vancouver can easily beat. Vancouver can, if Berhalter and Muller have good games. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, easily Vancouver smoked them earlier. Who did you have winning, Miami or New York City? Just curious who you thought. I had Miami winning 2-1. They end up winning 5-1. So I was off. My prediction was way off. Like they exceeded my expectations of what they were going to do, and they beat the hell out of New York City FC. Absolutely beat the hell out of them. Absolutely beat the hell out of New York City FC. They're performing the Canadian national anthem with a saxophone. It's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that before. Does Vancouver have a single Canadian starting on their team? I don't think they do. I don't think there's a single Canadian in the starting 11 for maybe there might be one. I don't think there is though. Is there a single Canadian starting for let me see. Yeah, there's one. Wow. So they only have one Canadian. Oh, two Canadians. Ahmed's a Canadian too. So they have two Canadians starting on the team. It's not too bad. It's not as bad. Ahmed, yeah, that's not too bad. Mister says I still get a feeling that Thomas Müller had a conversation with his friend Alfonso Davies before deciding on Vancouver. Look, man, I love the fact that Thomas Müller went to Vancouver. There were rumors about him going to Cincinnati. There were rumors about him going to LAFC, and I don't think he could have went to a better place than Vancouver because of how he has just fit so seamlessly with the team. Now, would he have done this with another club? Yeah, I think he would have. But it just Vancouver just feels like such a perfect spot for him. Absolute perfect spot for him, a landing spot for the to come to MLS. And look at how good they are. They're in the Western Conference Final. I talked to Michael about this from my good friend who is obviously a great journalist who covers Vancouver Whitecaps. And this team, Vancouver, were literally picked to finish 15th in the Western Conference at the beginning of the season. The team was listed for sale at the beginning of the season. Now look at them. They're in the Western Conference Final. They went to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. The team has just ascended. Like they're playing so well in 2025. This is the best season they've ever have had, and it's not even close. It's not even close. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. Guys, we have 151 of you watching live. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys are double watchers. Watch the first live stream. Now you're watching the second. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you haven't already. Let's try to get to 100 likes before halftime. We're at 21 likes right now. Let's try to get to 100 before halftime. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 12K by MLS Cup Final Day next Saturday. Super close. We're already at like 850 until we hit 12,000. 850 subs till we hit 12,000. Make sure you guys subscribe. A lot of content coming your way. You're not going to miss. We're going to have a prediction video this week, World Cup predictions or World Cup reactions to the draw. We're going to have a preview for the MLS Cup final. We're going to do a watch along. A lot of good stuff coming your way, guys. You're not going to miss that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I have Vancouver winning this game 3-2. Mr. says, I'd just like to say that San Diego have been an absolute credit to MLS. Love the luchador mask in the crowd. That is pretty cool to see. Have they announced MVP of MLS yet? No, I expect them to announce MVP this week. And it's going to be Messi. Messi's going to be the first player to ever win MLS MVP back-to-back seasons. I'll probably do a live stream for that. I haven't decided yet. I'm either going to do a live stream or a watch along, or do a live stream or a reaction video. Have not decided yet. I'll decide when we get closer to that date. But I think that we're going to do some type of video to give Messi his credit. We need to give Messi props for doing something incredible that's never been done before, and nobody can say he hasn't earned it. He's definitely earned it. But, Anders Dreyer definitely deserves credit too. Anders Dreyer won Newcomer of the Year. He was incredible. Dreyer would have been, except for Messi. No, he would have been. Dreyer has been incredible for San Diego FC. Match has not started. Match will start in like 3 or 4 minutes. These two might be the best coaches in MLS outside of Wilfried Nancy. Yeah, probably. I would say Jesper Sorensen. Jesper Sorensen is probably the best manager in Major League Soccer. Mikey Veras is up there. I'd say I agree with that. And the cool thing about it is that MLS, all 4 of their finalist teams are brand new coaches to Major League Soccer. They have never coached here before. Ever. None of them have ever coached here before in Major League Soccer before. You love to see that because at one point, I'm telling you, there was a narrative in Major League Soccer that you could not win in this league if you didn't know this league. Like you had to be a former player or a former manager or so-and-so. That's what they said you had to be in order to win in this league. That narrative has died. It doesn't exist anymore. Good coaches can win in Major League Soccer now. Good coaches win in Major League Soccer. It's all about coaching ball. Yeah, Mikey Veras coached the USMT. I'm talking. No one's ever coached in this league before, though. No one has. None of these guys have ever coached Major League Soccer before. Jesper Sorensen, Javier Mascherano, Mikey Veras, or Pascal Janssen. None of them have ever coached in Major League Soccer before. They have MLS MVP like NBA or just player of tournament. No, they have an MVP like for the season. Like who was the best player in 2025 gets the MLS MVP. Whoever was the best player for the entire season gets MVP. That's how it goes. That's how they decide who wins it. Wow. Just incredible. Let me tweet out this link real quick. I forgot to tweet out this link for people to come join us. San Diego FC versus Vancouver is officially underway. The Western Conference Final is officially underway. San Diego FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps for a chance to play Inter Miami in the MLS Cup Final. Who will prevail? Who will win? History will be made tonight, nonetheless. History will be made tonight. And this crowd sounds incredible, by the way. Absolutely incredible. Hopefully they behave tonight. They get in trouble for saying certain things. So hopefully there's no crazy shit said tonight. But there might be. Who knows? You never know. There might be some crazy stuff. Sharing this link real quick. Our voice is definitely going to be cooked as hell by tomorrow, guys. Totally going to be cooked, especially with doing these 5 hours of streaming, 2 post game recaps. You probably won't be hearing from me until like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to get the preview done relatively early, like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, because the 5th is when the World Cup draw is. I think it's Friday. Which team do you support? Listen, if you're new to the channel, that's the thing about me, guys. I don't support any Major League Soccer team. I have no allegiance to any team. I am a neutral observer. I just cover the league. I like and dislike all teams equally. My goal is to help the league grow. I just want to make Major League Soccer one of the best leagues in the world. That's the whole reason I started this channel. The only teams I love are Barcelona, the USMNT, and Germany. That's my 3 teams. Major League Soccer, I'm neutral. They used to say about the Premier League, a foreign manager can't win it. Then Arsene Wenger happened. Yeah. Yeah. Arsene Wenger was great. Oh, yes, for Sorensen. Also, too, I feel like a prerequisite to be a good manager these days is you have to be bald. Like literally 3 of the 4 managers in the MLS conference finals were all bald. All of them were bald. So I thought that was kind of funny. My Euro teams are Milan and Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, I like Barcelona is my favorite club team by far. It's not even close. I mean, there's other teams I like. Here's the thing. I guess maybe it's because of the Major League Soccer in me that supporting the whole league. I kind of just fall in love with styles of play. But I love Ajax and I do love Barcelona because they're kind of 1-1. Oof, Dreyer took a hard challenge there. He flew. There's only a couple teams I hate. That's what I'll say. I hate teams more than the teams I like. I hate Madrid. Hate Madrid. I'm sure a lot of you do though. Can I say hi to Lewis? Lewis, what's up? How's it going? I never got the whole UK thing. Is Alex Ferguson considered a foreigner since he's Scottish? The UK plays separately. Why is that even allowed? I mean, Scotland's technically part of the UK. Corey Baird? Is it Corey Baird? I love MLS moves, and so can you. Appreciate it, Rocky. We'll see what happens. Let's see who wins this match and plays Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. It's going to be a battle, guys. It's going to be a battle. This game looks lively so far. Vancouver had a very close call last week against LAFC. The second half, they conceded 2 goals. And, yellow card. Eddie Ocampo gets a yellow 5 minutes in. A lot of Whitecap fans here. A lot of Whitecap fans in the chat. I'm curious. Are these Whitecap fans from Canada, or there's actually been a lot of German fans who have maybe Bayern or just German national team fans who have kind of started rooting. I've seen for Thomas Müller, like they've shown up for him. So I'm curious if the Whitecap supporters are Canadian or if they're from Germany. Vancouver, nice. Very nice. Very happy for the Whitecaps. Oof. Takioka is very, very good. That's one of the things, too, that makes me feel confident about Vancouver, even though they're down 2 center backs, as Takioka is very, very solid goalkeeper. Very good. Very good. He's one of the best goalkeepers in Major League Soccer, and a big reason why this team has been so good the last year. And hell, even last year they weren't bad. Oh, bad touch by Muller. He's able to recover it. Johnson, Berhalter. Or was that Kubas? That's Kubas. Sometimes they confuse me because their kits, the font is very hard to read, and they wear the same exact peach colored cleats. So sometimes it's hard to tell them apart. That blue is very hard to see from a distance on their kits. White. Ahmed on the wing. Ahmed passes it to Johnson. Johnson to Berhalter. Ocampo. Sabi. Berhalter. Muller. Passes it out to Johnson. Back to Ahmed. God, Ahmed's got great pace. San Diego sucks. I like the rivalry, though. I like there's a bunch of San Diego and Vancouver fans in the chat. Love to see it. Oh, Kubas. Oh, Ahmed to Kubas. Oh! Brian White scores, puts him up first. There you go. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Brian White puts Vancouver ahead, up first, 1-0 on San Diego FC. Great start for the Whitecaps. Wow. Great start for the Whitecaps. We'll see how San Diego can bounce back. We'll see if they got one in them, but that's a great start for the Whitecaps. Very nice start for the Whitecaps. Score 8 minutes in. What a play. Brian White puts Vancouver up first. I was a little nervous, but yeah, he was definitely onside. I was a little nervous at first. Miami will crush Vancouver anyway. That's funny. Yep. Check complete. Vancouver goal stands. San Diego plays poorly. Yeah, but they can come back. They got number 10, Andrew Stryer. You got him, you got a chance. It doesn't matter what's going on. But I will say, regardless of what happens to San Diego tonight, they should be very proud of what they've done this year. They're an expansion team. They have a bunch of players who have never played before. There is no other league in the world that starts with a completely new roster. There's no league in the world that has a completely new roster. Like not that's not being speaking in tongue or hyperbolic. That's like literally a whole new team they are starting off with. And what they've done this year is very impressive. Dreyer is definitely not overrated. Come on, dude. He's definitely not overrated. He's one of the best players in the league. He's super good. Super good player. He's a very, very good player. Yeah, San Diego FC did not have a third DP. I think that might end up biting them in the ass when it's all said and done, but we'll see. There's still a lot of time left. There's still 80 minutes left. San Diego FC are down 1-0 to Vancouver, but look, there's a lot of time. Anything can happen. Vancouver's definitely in control so far, though. Vancouver look very good so far. Kubas looking out wide. Ocampo. No, it's Sabi. That's Sabi. Sabi to Muller. Back to Sabi. Good cut. Oh, good save. Can Ahmed score? Oh, own goal. Wow. 2-0. Oh, my God. Vancouver's up 2-0. Wow. Vancouver's having a dream start. Vancouver's having a dream start against San Diego FC. Dream start. This Whitecaps team, they look good on the road. I mean, hell, they look better on the road than they did against LAFC at home. Wow, great play. This team's good. Thomas Müller playing as a false 9 or a 10. He's just able to sit back there and kind of like pull the strings. And he's got these two pacey wingers and Sabi and Ahmed. And obviously Brian White is not the most gifted striker, but he's good enough to score. So they're able to just pick teams apart. It's not easy to defend. Not easy to defend. But as of right now, guys, it's looking like it's going to be a Müller versus Messi final. It's going to be a 2014 World Cup rematch. We'll see if that's what happens, but it's looking very likely at this point. Looking very likely at this point. Wow. 2-0, 12 minutes in. San Diego's going to have to pull one back. I wonder if Chucky Lozano is going to come in the second half, or maybe even sooner if they struggle bad enough. Muller out wide to Ahmed. Yep, Muller versus Messi. It'll be a 2014 World Cup rematch. If I'm not mistaken, that's the last time they've played in the final, right? I don't think Bayern played a final against Barca, right? As far as I can remember, I don't think they ever played in a final against each other. So this would be the first final they played in 11 years against each other. Which is hard to believe. I remember watching that with friends in 2014. It's hard to believe it was 11 years ago. Time flies. Why is Lozano a top 10 paid player in MLS and a bench player for San Diego? Because he's gotten in trouble. He's been underwhelming, a lot of off the field stuff. Like there's just been a lot of issues with Thomas Müller. Not Thomas Müller, sorry. I've read someone say Thomas Müller. Chucky Lozano. There's been issues with him. So that's why he got benched. He's had a lot of issues, a lot of unfortunate things. Oh God, Thomas Müller out wide to Ahmed. I mean, Vancouver's just punching San Diego FC in the mouth right now. Like this could get ugly. Ahmed Johnson passes it out to Laborda. No, it's not Laborda. Laborda's number 2. Never mind. Laborda out to Ocampo. Sabi passing. No one's there. It's going to be a foul on San Diego. Free kick, Vancouver. Cringe says San Diego FC already down. Shaking. Yeah, it's not looking good. Vancouver. It's looking very likely. Now, look, anything can happen. Not being negative, anything can happen, but it's looking very likely it's going to be a Vancouver versus Miami final. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. A lot of time left. Muller is everywhere. Yeah, no, he is. He's still so good. A lot of people were trying to say that he's going to be really pissed me off this offseason when a lot of people, or not offseason, but this summer when the transfer window, people were saying that Thomas Müller was going to be another Giroud and that Son was going to be another Giroud and that they're washed, they're not going to be good. And it's like when you're a player of quality, you're going to be good still. You're not going to be as good as you were, but Thomas Müller is good enough technically to thrive in Major League Soccer. Is he fast? No, he never really was super fast. His intelligence, his IQ is so high as a player. He's still good. He's still a very good player. My clock on FOTMob is actually ahead of my clock on my stream or the feed I'm watching the game on, Apple TV. Mueller was studied by Harvard. Yeah, I mean, his intelligence, man. I think he's the best German player of all time. That's just me. He's my favorite player of all time. My favorite German player of all time. Remember I said Germany, second team, second national team. Is anybody watching this game for he's actually studied by Harvard. That's crazy. I'll have to look into that. Is anybody in the stream or in the chat from Harvard? Harvard? That'd be cool if you are from Harvard. Germany. Is anybody in the chat from Germany watching this game with us? I'm just curious if anyone's tuned in from Germany. Jack says, I thought you were an LAFC fan, not a Vancouver fan. We're not concerned about you. You're watching from home. You thought I was an LAFC fan? I'm not a fan of any team. I don't have a team. I just watch. I've just covered LAFC extensively because Son Heung-min was just a really big deal, and he was playing really well, and there was a lot of excitement for him. So I covered the games. Yeah, so we got 2 people from Germany. Or 3 people, 4 people. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, okay, Jack, I got you. You're good. You're good. You're good. That's cool though. That's cool that a lot of people are pulling for Thomas Müller with Vancouver. My second favorite German player, though, by the way, just I'm curious who you guys' favorite German player is. Thomas Müller is my favorite. I think Bastian Schweinsteiger is probably my favorite, second favorite German player of all time. And having him in MLS with Chicago Fire was really cool too. What's funny is Bastian Schweinsteiger came to Chicago Fire at 33. Thomas Müller is 36 right now. Thomas Müller is better at 36 than Bastian Schweinsteiger was at 33 when he came to Major League Soccer, in my opinion. I think he's better. I think he's better at 36 than Bastian Schweinsteiger was at 33. $3:30 a.m. in Germany. Love the dedication, though. Love the dedication. I know the games are very late. I'd say Laborda, low key, he's been on insane defenders so far. Yeah, he's been very good. Very good. You think Miroslav is better than Thomas Müller? Or is your second favorite player of all time? Is that your second favorite German player of all time? Miroslav Klose? Lothar Matthaus? I think just wide. I like Manuel Neuer as well too. He was very, very good. Klose was a good player. He was very good. Cheers from Germany. Sleepy time, but just checking in, just making sure everything goes well. Yeah, everything's going very well right now for the Whitecaps and Thomas Müller. Like everything's looking like we're gonna get 2014 World Cup rematch between Messi and Müller in the final, which is gonna be incredible. It's gonna be what? So you say it's 3:30 in Germany right now, so you guys are 6 hours ahead of us. So well, that's good though because the MLS Cup final is going to be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that means it will be 8:30 p.m. your time. So everyone in Europe is going to be able to watch that game as well. Oh, Berhalter, weak shot, low to the right, easily saved. Tony Kroos. Buy the Apple TV subscription. Quit hassling this guy. He can't show the game. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, like that's the thing. This is a watch party. Like I don't say that I'm live streaming the game. People just don't read. I mean, we do watch along, so we watch the game together, see what happens. But people, it doesn't say live game. Tune in. You know, people just don't read the description. It is what it is, though. It's all no big deal. No big deal. It is what it is. Klose is still the player with the most world championship goals. Legend. No, he's great. And also he played the World Cup at 30. He won with Germany at 36 years old. That was his last year with the national team, if I'm not mistaken, 2014. He won the World Cup with Germany. So that was nice. I think he was playing for Lazio at that point, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that, but I think it was illegal streaming sites aren't that hard to find either. Right. That's funny. Butterdog says there's also a Black Friday deal on Apple TV too. Nice. Apple TV has a badass deal right now, $5.99 a month for 6 months, and MLS is now included. An F1 movie is coming in a few weeks. Yeah, I saw that. Sure, yes, 2014 overtaking Brazilian Ronaldo. Nice. San Diego's starting to look a little better. Pellegrino, Godoy. Ooh, this is a penalty in a dangerous spot. Anders Dreyer's down. God, Dryer got up really quick now. No, it's not Dryer that's down. It looked like Dryer on the ground, but it wasn't him. Was Sebastian Berhalter born in Germany? I don't know. Was he? I don't think he was. Let me see. Sebastian Berhalter. Let's see if he was. He was born in the UK. He was born in London. He was born in London in 2001. Yep, you're right. Kevin says, surprising there haven't been more German DPs. The only German DPs I can think of is so obviously Bastian Schweinsteiger was one, Thomas Müller is one. There was another one. Who's the guy? Fritz at Toronto FC. What was his name? Toronto FC DP. Me and Mr. Mister were talking about this a couple days ago. Oh, oh, no call. Play on. No, Marco Royce isn't a DP. He's a TAM player. He's in MLS, but he's not a DP. Let's see. There was a DP for Toronto FC that was German. Let me see who it was. I think there's only been 3 German DPs, if I'm not mistaken. I think I can look it up by I think I can actually look it up by country. Yeah, I can actually. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, there's been 7. There's been 7 DPs in Major League Soccer. They're German. Torsten Frings, Marcel Hartel, Edward Loven, Hani Mukhtar, Frank Rost, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and Christian Tiffert, but also Thomas Müller is going to be a DP as well. So there's been 7 German DPs in Major League Soccer history. And a DP, for you guys who are new, I know that's, the MLS lingo is like, what the hell does that mean, right? A DP in Major League Soccer is abbreviation for designated player, and it means you can sign any player, 3 players on per team outside the salary cap budget. So you can sign 3 players for whatever salary and transfer fee you want outside the salary cap. That's what a designated player is. They call it the David Beckham rule. Timo Werner next season to Miami. I don't think that's going to happen. I could be wrong. I saw a report that said Messi requested him, but that seems random. Why would Messi want Timo Werner? They never even played together. I don't think they've ever crossed paths. I don't know if them have any relationship. That didn't really make any sense to me. I could be wrong. He could be a Miami player in 2026, but it just seemed kind of random and not very realistic to me. But who knows? Maybe Messi is a fan of Timo Werner. I just don't see it. He hasn't really been good since 2019 or 2020 when Leipzig, when he had the 33 goals or 31 goals in the Bundesliga. But I don't think he's been ass ever since then. Yeah, Messi doesn't even know Timo Werner. That's what I'm saying. When they made that report saying Messi has requested for the signing of Timo Werner, I'm like, what? Of all the players? Oh, here we go. Oh, Kubas looking for Brian White. Brian White looks really out of shape right now. I don't. He just looks bad physique wise. He just doesn't look very good. He looks short and plumpy. He doesn't look nearly as good as he did 6 months ago. Something's been up with him, and he's obviously not been as good as he was earlier in the season. We'll see what happens though. Does Inter Miami have 4 DPs? No, they only have 3. It's like a loophole where they have an extra one technically, but not really a DP. Like Rodrigo De Paul will be a DP next year, but he's not this year. It's all about his salary, and they didn't technically buy him yet. Their 3 DPs are Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi, and Sergio Busquets. That's their 3 DPs. Eastern Conference Trophy official. Yeah, yes, it is officially a trophy. They have a trophy. But the trophy next week matters the most. These trophies don't really matter compared to next week. Next week's trophy is the trophy. It's the only trophy that matters in Major League Soccer. It's only let's see, but surprising, Balak, Roosevelt, Close, Mesut all seem like guys who would have been DPs. Yeah, I really thought Ozil was going to come to Major League Soccer. There was rumors about him going to DC United. I really wish he would have came to MLS. I know Mr. remembers that magical season or magical couple seasons he had at Arsenal. But yeah, I wish he would have came to Major League Soccer for sure. I'm I'm honestly happy for Vancouver considering they look like making MLS Cup. Oh, they lost after they lost the CONCACAF Champions Cup earlier this year. Police your fences. Ozil's eyes are offside. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Finals on the 6th. Yeah, it's 1 week from today. Final will be 1 week from today, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Yeah, 1 week from today. MLS Cup final will be 1 week from today. Hope I have Vancouver winning it all. Where's the final being played? The final is going to be played. It doesn't matter. Just so you guys know, it doesn't matter who wins this match. It could be San Diego or Vancouver. The final is going to be played in Miami. The final is going to be played in Miami because Miami has a better record than either one of these teams in 2025. So the final will be played in Miami. So whoever has to play them is going to have to travel. Dryer inside the box. They're doubling him. They're doing a very good job of covering Anders Dreyer. They're eliminating him really hurts San Diego FC, but it's hard to eliminate him for 90 minutes. He's not an easy person to contain. So yeah, Miami does have a new stadium. They're playing it in 2026. It'll be April when it opens. McVay. Supporter Shield also matters a lot because it gives you a pass to the Champions Cup. It does. It does matter, but MLS Cup final is the biggest trophy. You know, the Premier League, when you win the Premier League, your Premier League patch on your kit has the golden Premier League patch, right? That signifies that you won MLS or you won the Premier League, right? Top of the table. In MLS Cup, you get a patch on your jersey. You know, the MLS logo, it's silver with the MLS Cup trophy on it. And that signifies that you won MLS Cup. Like that is the trophy in MLS. That's winning the league. That is the most important trophy you can win in Major League Soccer. Dreyer is overrated. The light's too bright for him. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's overrated. Like, I mean, he doesn't have a crazy amount of help for the San Diego team. Will this be another game of two halves or will Vancouver lock it up? I would assume Vancouver is going to lock it up tonight, but who knows? I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. How many total goals we thinking now? I don't know. They slowed down. They don't look as good as they did in the first 15 minutes. That was one of the things that hurt Vancouver. I think in the last match against LAFC was that they didn't have their foot on the gas to really make sure that they put the game away. They really need to have 3 goals, I think, to make sure San Diego FC doesn't win this game. They got to get 3 goals to put them away. There's Tristan Blackman in the stands. CONCACAF Champions Cup is equivalent to the Champions League, but CONCACAF. Yeah, that's true. It is. That's the most. The CONCACAF Champions Cup is the most important trophy in the region. The biggest trophy you can win. Oh, cleared by Johnson. Good defending. Oh, Hard Rock Stadium has 3 times the capacity of Inter Miami Stadium, but the Dolphins owner also has beef with them too because they wanted an MLS team. I think it's going to be a corner. Yeah, corner San Diego FC. 35 minutes in, guys. 35 minutes in. Vancouver in complete control of this game. What MLS teams have won CONCACAF? One. Only one. In modern times, one. Seattle. But you knew that. You knew that. Pellegrino? Oh! Oh, I thought that was an own goal. So close. So close. The MLS final will be Fox Sports, right? I'm not sure where it's gonna be. I don't know where it's gonna be on linear television, honestly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How long has the Champions Cup existed? Well, the iteration of this is like 2 years, 3 years, but the Champions League's been around for a very long time. They just keep renaming it, but it's been around for a long time. It's been around for a very long time. Mexican Liga MX teams are hard to play against at their home. They are. We normally don't do very well. Cross. Oh, oh, good clearance. Priso, the great clearance. Wow. Do you think you'll go to any World Cup game in person next year? Probably not. I'll just probably cover it from home. I love going to games, honestly. I really do like enjoy going, but I like to watch at home and do watch parties instead. I just have more fun doing that. I do love going to games though. It would be cool to go. I don't know. Just have to see what happens. It's just so far away, and how much our ticket price is going to be. Oh, Sabi just got fouled. Like I thought he got fouled by McVay. Yeah, George is close. George is very close. I could probably go to George if I want to, but the problem is how much is it going to cost? Oof. Thomas Müller, Ahmed out wide. Brian White is just like pacing so slow. God, he's so slow. Oh, wide open. Muller out to Sabi. Good defending. Good defending by San Diego. Wing says I'm in LA. Unlikely. I'll see the USMNT. They're most expensive. But if Iran plays Caraco, I'll watch it. A World Cup game is a World Cup game. Yeah, no, for sure. San Diego going out sad, and I love it. I mean, I'm not. I don't think they're officially out of it yet. I think that things could change. I think they'll make some second half adjustments. You know, Chucky Lozano's on the bench. He's obviously could be a difference maker. I think Pellegrino has been disappointing. So we'll see. But anything is possible. But man, I tell you what, this Vancouver team has played very, very well so far. Played very, very well so far. 40 minutes in, it's 2-0. 40 minutes in, it's 2-0. Vancouver pretty much dominating San Diego FC in this first half. Out of bounds going to be a San Diego throw in. I remember people trying to say Chucky was better than Pulisic. Yeah, I mean Chucky's really had a pretty bad downward trend, right? Like he's not been nearly as good as what I thought he would be. Not even talking about this year. I'm talking about in general. Like when he was at PSV, he was very good. And then he obviously moved to Napoli and he just fell off hard. He fell off very hard at Napoli. Do I ever think Pulisic would come to MLS? Yes, I do. I think he could come after the 26 World Cup. I know why San Diego went for Chucky Lozano, but let's be honest, he's very overrated. Yeah, I mean, they wanted to obviously get the Mexican American market because he's a pretty popular Mexican player, and they definitely wanted to try to capitalize on that and get some fans interested. That's why they signed him, honestly. That's the truth. He's good, and because of trying to garner some fandom from the Mexican American fan base in San Diego, but it just really hasn't worked out the way that they thought it would. And honestly, you should just sign the best player. Doesn't matter where they're from. I mean, look at Anders Dreyer. He's from Denmark. He's Danish. No one had ever heard of him before, but he's so good. He's the most popular player for any of the fans, and they win. Winning is the most important thing for new fans. That's how you get people on board. You just have to win. You just have to win. Listen, I'm going to tell you what. I would not rule out Pulisic coming to Major League Soccer next year. I would not rule it out. I'm just telling you, I would not rule it out. You might think it's too soon, but after the World Cup, he'll be 28 years old. The next World Cup, he'll be 32. I mean, he's going to play for the World Cup. He's going to play on the team regardless of where he's playing, so it doesn't matter. He'll come here. I think someone's wearing a Stranger Things shirt, which is crazy at the game. Absolutely crazy. Wearing a Stranger Things hoodie on the sideline. But, he's gonna get a good payday, and he's going to be he'll still be part of the USMNT. And he'll get paid a lot of money. He'll be close to home. Lozano was a made man once he scored that goal versus Germany in 2018. Yeah, that's true. I'm telling you, just keep an eye on it, man. Just keep an eye on it. Pulisic, just keep an eye on it. Muller, oof. Annabelle Godoy, good steal. Pass out to Pellegrino. Anders Dreyer. God, they're dominating. Matteo Salvetti is on a Lamine Yamal level. I don't know about that yet. I mean, I like. Thomas Müller fall down. He's good though. I loved Matteo Salvetti. Love Lamine Yamal. I don't think they're even close at this point. I mean, come on. Lamine Yamal might be the best player in the world. I wonder how different this San Diego team would look though if they were able to have signed Kevin De Bruyne. Like, what would that have done for this team? I wonder what would have happened if Kevin De Bruyne had been able to sign with the San Diego FC team. Dude, this player was talking bad about MLS and how bad it was. I gotta do the Zlatan quote. This guy was saying that the Saudi league. This guy was talking bad about Major League Soccer and saying how the Saudi league was so much better. So I'm gonna repost what Zlatan said about the Saudi league. Do you guys remember what Zlatan said? He said scoring 10 goals in the Arab league is like scoring 1 goal in the French league. In Spain, it's just a corner. Legendary, dude. Legendary. Yeah, it's still the first half. There's 2 minutes of ad time. We got about a minute and a half left. It's 2-0 Vancouver over San Diego FC. About 1 minute left, actually, of added time. Nobody has Apple TV in Germany. Well, I mean, you can get it now for, I think it's free. I think this game is free. You just have to sign up and have an account. I don't think you even have to pay for it. Ooh, out wide Ahmed. Ooh, nice play by Ahmed. Oh, he's cooking on the left side. Ahmed. Oh, 3-0. Brian White, what a pass from Ahmed. It's over. 3-0. Oh my God, what an ass kicking. Vancouver. I just don't think San Diego has a team. 3-0. Oh my God. Holy shit. They're dominating it. They are dominating San Diego FC right now. Wow. Absolute dominance. 3-0. This is worse than the damn Miami game. Who would have thought that? Vancouver's good. Vancouver's really good. First half's officially over. Vancouver's up 3-0 over San Diego FC in the first half. 3-0. They're up 3-2-0 in the first half. Guys, listen. Every halftime, every game, we always do our halftime ratings, which you give each team 1 through 10, both teams, 1 being shit, 10 being perfect. What would you guys give this first half performance by both of these teams? Before you tell me that, make sure you guys like the stream down below. We're trying to hit 100 likes before the end of halftime. We're at 84 right now. 271 of you guys watching live. 84 likes. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you haven't already. And also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big MLS content coming your way. Looks like we're going to get Inter Miami versus Vancouver MLS Cup final. I've got a preview coming next week. I've got a prediction video coming next week. I've got World Cup draw reaction video coming next week. MLS Cup final watch along next week. And then a post game. A lot of content coming your way. You're not going to miss. Biggest and best MLS channel that there is because of you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, let's read these scores. See what you guys got. Chat, it's flying in. Let's see. The Hebrew Hammer says 9 Vancouver, 4 San Diego. Big Chungus says 10 Vancouver, 0 San Diego FC. Whitecaps are 7, Kevin says. A guy who's Joe, 9 out of 10 for Vancouver, 3 out of 10 for San Diego. 9 for Vancouver, 2 San Diego, 4-3 San Diego. Well, I'm not asking the prediction to score. There's no way Vancouver's got a 3 or a 4 though. There's no way. Whitecaps 7, San Diego 3, San Diego 1, Vancouver 9, San Diego 0, Vancouver 10. Do you watch the EPL? I do. I do watch the EPL. Okay, so I think that first half performance by Vancouver was probably an 8. It was very good. It wasn't perfect because they did have a sloppy run. I mean, you're not going to play perfect the whole game, but 10 is supposed to be perfect. It means you didn't do anything wrong. I don't think they played perfect that first half. I think it was an 8 out of 10, which is still very good. There was a run where they didn't really do much, and San Diego had some chances. I think San Diego's a 1. San Diego was terrible in the first half. They didn't do shit. Vancouver did a very good job of eliminating Anders Dreyer and trying to force other people to step up or make the game go through other players, right? They were terrible in the first half. Terrible in the first half. So I give Vancouver a 9 or an 8, and I give San Diego FC 1. Okay, I got my good friend Fabian Rankel, who's just recently moved to New York City FC. He's trying to make it big here. He's in the Big Apple, man. He's trying to do big things. He wants to come on here, tell us what he thinks, not only about this game, but also about the Inter Miami match as well. Favi, New York man.
Hey.
In a New York minute. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. I took the wrong subway, so I'm here a little late, but thank you for having me on. No, man, this is a great day of MLS content, great day of MLS games. We're getting goals in the playoffs, and honestly, that's what I really can wish for, right? I mean, we wanted to see exciting games. We wanted to see goals. We got that exactly here with Vancouver, San Diego. It's finally not refreshing, but it's finally how do I say this? It's finally nice to see San Diego maybe not go on this crazy run in terms of my predictions and everything, saying that they weren't going to make the playoffs. And for them to make an MLS Cup final, it would have been kind of like really shocking. And their season has been shocking already. So it's interesting to see, with that Right to Dream program. It's going to be wild to see what they do for the next couple of years, and them having some homegrown rights in Mexico. I think they're the only club to have it. But for them to come to this point, it's just like NYCFC. It's a great season. They weren't expected to be here, but the cream rises to the top. And Vancouver and Miami are just two teams that are destined to meet in the finals.
Yeah, I real quick just on this game, because I want to ask you about Miami too, because that's a big game too. But yeah, Vancouver just seems like they're a class above San Diego FC. San Diego FC, this is one of the first games I've watched them this year where they actually look like they're an expansion team. Like they look like a legit expansion team. Like they're just unorganized. They look less talented than Vancouver, less they just don't look very good. And Vancouver was expected goal rate in the first half was 2.15 goals. San Diego was 0.53. So Vancouver's just cooking, man. Like they're just dominating, and they look like they're going to play Miami, like you said, in the MLS Cup final.
And then we have two coaches that are first-year coaches. I mean, I guess that's the secret this year, to have two, coach that has never coached in MLS and just put the league on stilts. To be honest, Miami. Tadeo Allende, my God, where did this Tadeo Allende come? I remember the days where Will was saying, dude, they need to sell this guy. This guy sucks. And now he's tied to the most
what about
goals.
you?
Yeah, me too.
You were saying they need to egg his family's house.
Hey, I'll take that one. Man, the guy's tied for the most MLS Cup playoff goals now with Carlos Ruiz with 8 goals. And that's just shocking to me. I mean, this guy's on a crazy tear. You would think that would go to someone like, I don't know, Zlatan or Carlos Vela, but no, it's Tadeo Allende, and he has one more game. So it's interesting to see what he's going to do with that game. If he scores again, the record's all his. But yeah, man, Messi and those guys, it really reminds me of the World Cup final. I don't know if you guys remember where Messi, didn't have that good of a game. Di Maria kind of stepped up, and Julian Alvarez kind of stepped up, and I think that's kind of happening with this Inter Miami squad. It looks like the support guys are finally stepping up and helping Messi out a little bit. And it could be also that these teams are scheming for Messi completely. That's what I kind of saw with NYCFC, that they were scheming for Messi, but then they're just talented at every single asset when Tadeo Allende is scoring 8 goals in like 6 games, right? So it's interesting. And then Suarez coming off the bench finally is something that I think Inter Miami needed for a long time.
Yeah, that really unlocked this team. But also, too, I just feel like Javier Mascherano has done a lot better. I talked about this in my post-game recap. I think he's just been a lot better down the stretch this season, coaching And my whole theme has been, Favi, is that it's not about how you start, but how you finish. And Miami's finishing stronger than any other team in the league, maybe outside of Vancouver. I think
Yeah,
we're going to get a go ahead.
Jordi
Sorry.
Alba though. Jordi Alba looks like he can play another 3 years. I don't know why he's retiring after that backheel pass that he had. That was insane.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Hit the playoff with Velasco Segovia was beautiful. I mean, look, man, this I'm gonna ask you a little bit about what you think about this game, but it looks like it's gonna be a slam dunk, Vancouver versus Miami. It's gonna be a great game next week. Are you going to the game?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna go to. I'm honestly gonna go to the DC World Cup draw, and then from there, I'm headed to Miami. So it's gonna be a real busy week for me next week. Honestly, I'm happy it's in Miami though, because flying to Vancouver again from DC would have sucked.
Yeah, no, that'd be a long trip, man. No, for sure. And plus, you got some friends down there. You'll probably link up with, which is nice as well. In Miami, but Favi, we got a big. I almost said World Cup. Getting ahead of myself. We have a big MLS Cup final that looks like it's going to happen. But before we get to that, I want to ask you this: does San Diego have a chance coming back in this game? And chat, do they have a chance? Does San Diego have any chance of trying to come back from this 3-0 deficit?
Zero chance. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that, see what you guys think before, not trying to be negative, but I mean, it's 3-0, man. They're getting dominated. So Fabi, we're going to talk again at some point this week, you and I just have a feeling, right? But this is a rematch between the 2014 World Cup final, Müller versus Messi, man. It's the first final they played in since then against each other.
And a rematch of the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal, right?
Yeah, it is. But Müller wasn't part of that. Like this is a final. This is a Messi versus Müller final, right? This is a big deal. Do you think it's a big deal? Like, have we been? I've got a bunch of people in the chat with us right now that are from Germany watching us this stream at 4 a.m. Okay. Did I underestimate the German pool with Müller? Like we talk about Sonny and Messi. Like Müller has that kind of pool, I think.
Yeah, he does. No, he definitely does. There's a lot of German fans that love Thomas Müller. I've seen it firsthand. I mean, working with a whole bunch of German guys nowadays and seeing how much Müller has pull within that community, it's kind of crazy, actually. But I think this is the second best final you could have asked for after MLS or after Messi versus LAFC, to be honest. So, and some would actually argue that this is a little better. I mean, you actually have real rivals. You have Müller versus Messi, something that has happened before. I know Son versus Messi isn't a rivalry yet, but I still think it's going to be an MVP chase next year. But Müller and Messi is definitely a rivalry, and I think you're going to get all the Messi fans really riled up for this, and now the Müller fans, right?
Yeah, and look, me and you have a whole week to prepare for this game and talk about who we think's going to win. I'm not going to even touch that thing with a 20-foot pole. I don't even want to ask you who's going to win that game because we'll save that for next week, right? But man, what that's going to be such an incredible match, regardless of what happens. That is just so cool to see. 11 years later, to see two of the most popular players of all time, two World Cup winning players in Major League Soccer playing against each other for a final war is what it looks like, unless San Diego does the unthinkable and makes a crazy comeback. But man, this season's coming to a close, Favi, and sometimes me and you feel like it's more of a marathon, not a sprint. Like it can get kind of like draggy, right? It can get very, very difficult down the stretch. But man, we're one game away. We're a game and a half away from the season ending. How do you feel like it's blown by now that you're here, or do you still feel like that it's a drag? It's dragged a little bit.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I felt like it was a drag at some point, like maybe after Leagues Cup, but then it came pretty quick this year. And it's going to be even quicker next year with the uninterrupted playoffs. So this is a season where I actually felt like it wasn't as much of a drag. And maybe that's because Messi and Inter Miami are still in it. And you have the Eastern Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference games that are worth something to the neutral rather than the Red Bulls kind of winning everything like they did last year and the neutral fan kind of being left out. So this year it felt a lot faster. This year it didn't feel like much of a drag. Honestly, I thought we were like maybe a month away it really felt like we were only a month away from when Messi got suspended from the All-Star game. So it's interesting. This second half flew by for me. It was the first half that dragged on a bit.
Yeah, and I will say this too. I feel like when you have a final that has big names, not that you and I root for any team, we don't give a shit like who wins. Like we just want to have entertaining games and obviously excitement. But when you have two big brands, Muller versus Messi, obviously that is a big draw. It really shows you how underwhelming last year's MLS Cup final was. Just the matchup was just not very good. It was a bad matchup, and there was no excitement for it.
And I can tell you this right now: this year is going to blast last year's numbers out of the water on linear and on Apple TV. Right, like last year's is going to look like a fluke compared to this year's. That's for sure.
It's not going to be close.
Right.
It's not going to be close.
And you remember all the people coming out saying, "Oh, MLS is dying," da 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 da. And it just this is going to show you that it's not.
Well, I don't think it's dying or anything, but I think that when you have a star power behind your final, it's going to look a lot better. But we need to get to a point where it doesn't matter who's in the game, that it's going to be at least good numbers, right? It's not going to be the best, but good. Favi, this is incredible. I'm very excited about this conclusion to the season. It's been very exciting. Messi, by the way, have you heard anything about when the MVP is going to be announced next week? I know it's going to be this coming week, but
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be before the media, so it has to be either Wednesday or even Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, because maybe this time Messi's going to speak to the media, and the media day will be on Friday, but the World Cup draw is on Thursday. So MLS is holding an event on Thursday at the World Cup draw, so I doubt it's that day because Don Garber is going to be in DC. Friday is the World Cup draw, and then Saturday is the game, right? So I'm assuming it's going to be maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
There's no college football this Saturday because Miami's last regular season game was today, and so they're not going to play any more home games. I wonder if they would try to move the game to Hard Rock Stadium. I wonder if they would try to move the final to Hard Rock Stadium because it would be a much bigger venue. It would look better on TV. It would be louder. It'd be better for you as a spectator at the game, obviously covering it. There's way more room for a journalist at a venue like that than there is at Chase Stadium. You should look into that. I'm going to tweet about that too. They should move it, but you should look in and see if they are. Is there any plans?
Honestly, I was texting Jorge Mas that, hey man, we should definitely move it, man.
Were you telling him? Yeah, I thought you were. I know you guys were cool like that. I thought you were at the cookout. I didn't know. I didn't know for sure if it was text or if you were in person.
Honestly, I was texting, man. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the game today. My bad. I was meeting with Neymar's agent, trying to get him the paperwork to you, for next season.
I knew you moved like that. That's why you're in New York City. If you guys didn't know, he's going to be an agent. He's already got Mbappe lined up to be his first client.
Honestly, I'm working out here.
Second half has started. Inter Miami versus San Diego. Favi, before I let you go, can you tell people where they can find you at, and also tell people what you're doing, why you're in New York? There's almost 300 people in here. Tell them why you're in New York.
I don't want to tell them just yet. But make sure you follow me. I have a pretty big announcement soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Soonish. Yeah. Coming out next week. So I don't want to get fired before I'm even working, So
but you got something cooking, at least. You can say that. You got something in the works.
I got something in the works. I got something cooking. So definitely stay tuned. If you're an MLS fan, I know you are because you're watching Will here, the biggest MLS show on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. Definitely you're going to be wanting to know what I'm going to do in the next week and the announcement in the next couple of months too, because you're gonna have a blast. We'll do something with Will too, so we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Me and Favi will probably do at least one thing this week. I don't know what we're gonna do. I might have him on for the prediction video for MLS Cup final. I don't know for sure, but we'll do something. Favi, listen, man, I appreciate it. Get some sleep, man. I know you're adjusting to that East Coast time. You're a
night owl. You're a night. How do you survive? You're up at like 5 a.m., man.
Dude, I call you up at like 2 a.m. my time, which is now your time. And think about it. That's I always say I'm a East Coaster on a West Coast time, and now you're a West Coaster on East Coast time.
Yeah,
and exactly. It's hard, bro.
No, it's hard. Hey, I'm gonna ask the chat. Am I cooked that I'm already making tweets about Inter Miami versus Vancouver? Is it okay to get that head start? Am I cooked?
No, I think you're good. You're good. I mean, listen, man. if you were to jinx this win by Vancouver, it would be the craziest game we've ever seen. So it would be worth the flack you would get, right?
Yeah,
It
I
would be worth
agree. I
it.
agree.
You would
A
be like,
full
oh
blown
man, I'm
comeback.
cool with it, man. Hell, they came back they were down 3-0. I'm cool with that.
Right.
So no, you're good. No, everybody's saying, nah, you're good. You're
All
good.
right, all right, all right. Cool,
You're
cool,
good.
cool.
Everyone's saying San Diego's done. They're finished, bro. They're well done steak at this point.
Hey, that's actually a great way to put it. Though that you said earlier was they finally look like an expansion team. That's exactly what it looks like.
They do, right? They do. They
Yeah.
just look like they're missing those pieces and that
Well,
they're different, right?
Chuki's on the bench, right? Chuki's gone.
I think he might leave, right?
Yeah, man. It doesn't look. I mean, he's on the bench in the biggest game of their existence, right? So, I mean, if I'm San Diego, I'm trying to offload him to like Houston or some other MLS team for a nice little chunk of change.
No, I think that I think he's going to go back to Liga MX if he leaves.
Like
I don't think Pachuca, maybe somewhere else. Maybe I know he played at Pachuca, but I think maybe a big club might want him. A really big club.
The inside MLS cash for trade is gonna be interesting with Chucky, in my opinion. Either Liga MX team comes with a big offer, like a 10 mil to 12 mil, but it's interesting to see if a team in MLS will spend that type of money on him with a cash for trade, because you can, right? So
yeah,
definitely take a look at those like Mexican American teams with the fan bases. Like, shoot, even Chicago would be a crazy kind of thing.
I think he'd have a market. I just don't think he really fits with his team. Mr. and I were talking about this earlier. He's a good friend and listener of the channel, subscriber of the channel. But they just signed Chucky Lozano, let's be honest, because they wanted to capture some of the Mexican American fans in San Diego, and that's the only reason they signed him. It hasn't really worked out very well, and I don't think they need him.
Yeah. No, I think they can go the other way, right? They've been able to find talent in pockets of Europe, which a lot of MLS teams can't do. So, maybe they can be a little more conservative with their next DP.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%. Favi, I appreciate it, my friend. It's always great to speak with you. Glad that you got to your new destination, wherever that may be on the East Coast. We won't say. Congratulations on everything, my friend. We'll talk soon. We'll be doing something this week. And hey, MLS Cup final is right around the corner, my friend.
No, it is. It's going to be an exciting week. It's going to fly by, guys. So make sure you guys hold on, because this MLS Cup final is going to be bigger than I want to say any MLS Cup final was before this. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and if the numbers are good, I promise you they will release them.
Yeah. They're definitely going to release these ones.
Yeah, I think so. Favi, I appreciate it, man. Go get some sleep. We'll talk soon. Hope you have a great night. And guys, make sure you go check him out at Fabian Rankel. He does great work, and he's got big things in the future. Appreciate it, Favi.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
See you, buddy. Yeah, that was Fabian Rankel, good friend of the show. Appreciate him for hopping on, talking about the Eastern Western Conference final, what he thought about what's going to happen, and what he's looking forward to. Really appreciate him hopping on and giving us his time. You could see he was a little cooked. He was tired as hell, man. He was super tired. Adjusting that East Coast time. But we got 39 minutes left before Vancouver officially wins and takes on Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. Crazy to think. Not crazy to think that they could win it, Vancouver, but it's just crazy that how good Vancouver has been in this game. They just completely dominated this game. They are the first, or what they've done in the first half was just incredible. And they're kind of coasting by right now. The pressure is completely on, San Diego FC. I just don't think San Diego FC have the attacking power to make a comeback in this game. I just don't think I don't think they have the attacking power to make a comeback in this match. What did you say? You said odd. The beautiful game has a very strong Southern influence. Truly, I tell you, this is a world sport, much loved. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. says people need to stop thinking that doing well in the Eredivisie with one of the big three is some kind of achievement. Yeah, hot take. I mean, not really that much of a hot take. I think the Eredivisie is overrated as hell, dude. On Mister. I think MLS is a better league, top to bottom, than the Eredivisie. Their top teams are good, but their bottom teams are shit. They're not good. So when you score 20 goals for Ajax or PSV or Feyenoord or Alkmaar or whoever it is, right? What or Utrecht? Who cares, man? You're playing against bum ass teams. Like, scoring 20 goals in Major League Soccer looks a little better in my opinion because you're not playing great competition week to week in the Eredivisie. It's very top heavy, and the bottom is really bad, really bad. Do I think Allende's worth 9 million? No way. Hell no, he's not worth 9 million. No, God no. They could get someone better for 9 million. No, 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 no. Allende is not worth 9 million. MLS bottom teams are shit too. Yeah, but they're less shit. They're less shit than the Eredivisie bottom teams. MLS or the Portuguese league? Oh, the Portuguese league. I think the Portuguese league is very good. Portuguese league is still better than Major League Soccer because their top three is very good, but their bottom isn't as bad as the Eredivisie's bottom three. But the Brazilian league is really good. The Brazilian league is like the top three of the Eredivisie in the Portuguese league, but they have like 8, 9, 10 teams like that. So their average is very good. Can Vancouver keep scoring against San Diego? Yes, I think so. I think so. I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. I think the Brazilian league is better than France. I think it is too. I think the Brazilian league is better than the French league. I think so too. I think the French league is very overrated. It's a one-team league. No disrespect, by the way, but just it's true. It's true. MLS is the same level as the English Championship. I agree with that. I think it's very now. Obviously, MLS defending I don't think is as good, but the attacking is better. I think. So yeah, no, I agree. I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's fair. Caps beat Miami once already. We can do it again. Look, it's going to be a good game. I'm not going to give any predictions for this game until the MLS Cup final week, but it's going to be a good game. MLS less than EPL. Yeah, of course, dude. No one's saying the EPL is better. The MLS is better than EPL. Whitecaps versus Leicester City. Who wins? Well, probably Leicester City. They have more depth. Just because you're Champions League doesn't mean you're hot. What are you talking about? Do you think that the Saudi league should be a top 15 league, or are they a 4-team league? I don't think they're even top 20. They're like a 2-team league. MLS will be a top 10 league if the cap is $35 million. So yeah, it would be for sure. Top 10, it'd probably be top 6. The Saudis' prestige shot through the roof when Al Hilal beat Manchester City. Yeah, but that feels like so long ago. Like that feels like a long time ago. I mean, it was a summer, right? But it's almost forgettable. Mm, I got you. Yeah, you're saying that the Champions League spot makes them feel like they're better. I mean, they're not a bad league. And by the way, it's still 3-0, 57 minutes in. It just feels like San Diego FC is just cooked. Like they just don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have the attacking prowess to come back in this game. And Vancouver's just kind of like playing very defensive and just they don't have really any reason to go for it right now. They're up 3-0. Nobody cares about the Saudi League in Europe. No, I don't think they do. Hell, most people probably don't even know exist. "58 minutes in, 3-0, Vancouver over San Diego FC. Just very, very bad performance by San Diego FC. Very bad performance. Disappointing performance, right? Very disappointing performance by San Diego FC in this big game. That's why I said, I did say, look, I'm not trying to shit on San Diego FC. I like San Diego FC. I think they've been a very good expansion team. What they've done and how good they played has been very impressive in 2025. But I said that I thought that the LAFC versus Vancouver match was the true Western Conference final. And I think that's being proven right. That it looks like that was the true Western Conference final. That game was way closer. Kubas is probably going to get a yellow for that challenge. Yep. I just think that the Western Conference final was last week. Against LAFC and Vancouver. That was the true Western Conference final. That was the true Western Conference final. Mr. says, I agree about MLS being a better league than the Eredivisie. The Eredivisie has like 6 interesting games a season. Apart from that, I'd rather watch El Tráfico than and NEC and V. Yeah, yep. I agree. Or, do you really want to even watch? Would you rather watch El Tráfico or, oh God, who is the one team that? Who is the one team? Oh, what a goal! Who scored that? Chucky Lozano. Beautiful goal by Chucky. Good shit by Chucky. Oh, but it bounced. It deflected off of the defender. Oh, they pull one back. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. 3-1. San Diego FC pulls one back. Still down by 2, but Chucky Lozano off the bench, immediate impact. Wow, nice pullback from San Diego FC. Chucky Lozano. We'll see if they can pull another one back, but Chucky Lozano makes a difference. He should have probably been starting. Uh-oh, Sabi. Oh. Yeah, so Thomas Müller got subbed out for Ryan Gald. Uh-oh. Pellegrino. Oh, nice play by Takeoka. Vancouver looks like they have a second win now. They're playing a lot better. Chucky Lozano. God, they look so much better now with Chucky in the game. They look a lot better. Completely different game. If San Diego FC pull one back, if they pull another one back before the 70th minute, who the hell knows what happens? Yeah, I don't understand why Jesper Sorensen keeps taking Thomas Müller out in big moments. He took him out in the 90th minute. Now, he did have a little bit of a hamstring situation in that last game, so that's understandable. But why is he taking him out in the 60th minute? You're up 3-0, but I don't know why he's not playing at least like 75, 80 minutes just to make sure, because now he can't get back in, obviously. Final is in Miami. MLS Cup final is in Miami. Absolutely insane. Ryan Gauld, Sabi wide open, cuts left, shoots. Oh, good defending. Wow, good clearance. That was close. That was very close. That was very close. That was very close. What a great play. Great play. That could have saved the game for them if they make a comeback. That could have been the game. Wow. All right. LAFC, or excuse me, Vancouver's taking the corner. See what they can do. Final should have been in DC to get promoted during the FIFA World Cup draw. I see no marketing for MLS Cup. That's a good point. That is a good point. But they don't do promotion like that in MLS. They just don't do that kind of promotion. Sadly. '65th minute. 65th minute, and it's 3-1 Vancouver over San Diego FC. Appreciate all you guys who are staying up late with me to watch this game. 244 of you guys. Yeah, FIFA draws Friday, December 5th. Oh, can Sabi get to it? Oh, man. Oh, shit. He tried to hurdle. He tried to hurdle the defender, and this guy went airborne. Dua, I don't think that was a dirty challenge by Dua, but Sabi tried to hurdle the guy. Why did he try to do that? What the hell was that? I don't think that's a card either. He tried to jump into him. Even Mikey Vera said, "What was that?" Nick says, "Watching these games with you is a big reason I've gotten into MLS. The cream rises, my friend. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I guess Argentina versus Spain final will be in March. That will be fire too. Yeah, NFL play. Yeah, I mean that was a weird sequence, right? Very weird sequence. San Diego player wasn't playing the ball. He leaned into him. Yeah, but I mean that's true. I mean, how could he? I don't really know how he could play the ball. The guy literally tried to hurdle him. So Anders Stryers covered 5.3 miles tonight. Why does MLS not market itself in Europe? They kept telling me everything is a spectacle in America, but not when it comes to MLS. It's overly humble. Yeah, they don't. Their marketing is terrible. It always has been. They're not good at promoting themselves and selling games, and they're just not. They're not very good at telling people why they should watch a game and why they should tune in and all that stuff. They're just not good at that. Never have been. I mean, hell, I feel like I promote the league more than they promote themselves. Ahmed with or Sabi with the cross. Ahmed, Ryan Gauld, back to Ahmed. Ahmed. Ooh, wide right. I don't like Dreyer playing the 9, but I get it since he can play through the balls to Lozano. Unless is too scared to fail to really go out there. Well, I mean, you're failing if you're not trying. You don't. You're not gonna hit any balls you don't swing at. Ocampo, Sabi, playback FC. Yeah, no, they really need to if Vancouver wants to put this game away, they really need another goal. Berhalter, Ocampo, to Sabi. Sabi. Oh, good clearance by San Diego FC. Good defending. MLS needs to stream on multiple platforms, not just Apple TV. It's just not going to happen. They got exclusive rights with Apple TV. They're not going to do that. Last time Miami played the Whitecaps, Messi barely touched the ball, and the Whitecaps dominated them. Yeah, but here's the thing: Messi barely touched the ball tonight, and they still dominated New York City FC. I mean, he barely touched the ball tonight, and they won 5-1. 70 minutes in, 3-1, Vancouver over San Diego FC. Can you guys hear me? I think I should be good now. My mix amp messed up for a little bit. I had to reset it. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Miami has momentum. I think both teams have momentum. I mean, Vancouver hasn't lost a game in the playoffs. I watched La Liga. Yeah, I mean, my favorite team is Barcelona. Sabi plays off the Gauld, back to Rojas. Gauld looking for Brian White, intercepted. Oof, Peralta with the turn, but he's fouled. Vancouver and Miami are definitely the best 2 teams, are the 2 best teams in MLS right now. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Does it sound bad right now? I think it should be good. You make sure that everything's good. Let me see. Make sure everything should be good. It's cutting out in and out right now? It shouldn't be. It should be good. It sounds like I'm underwater right now. Like, it's like, right now, it sounds like I'm underwater. Right now, at this moment, sounds like I'm underwater. It should be good. Let me see real quick. Let me do a sound check real quick. Let me see. Is that any better? Does that sound any better at all? Not really sure what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the mic. Let me see if we can mess with the settings. Something happened where, something happened a second ago where my mic amp had to be reset. Yeah, it sounds I did hear it a little bit. Let me try to reset this one more time. I'm sorry about the inconvenience. Give me one second. Let me try to reset this. Alright. I don't know if that's any better. I tried to reset it again. I think because I've been streaming for so long, sometimes this overheats a little bit, but I that should be a little better. I I had it turned off because that sounded bad. I was just trying to make sure it's fixed. I'm not sure if it's I don't know if it's a StreamYard situation. I don't know if it's a StreamYard situation, but, I've tried to fix it. I've reset it. I don't know if that's any better. I know it sounds kinda bad. I turned down the, sensitivity. I don't know if that helped at all, but I've reset it twice. I've changed the settings in StreamYard. I don't know if that helped. Hopefully, you guys can hear me good enough, at least for the rest of the game, and I'll try to fix it later, but that's the best I can do right now. So hopefully that's good. I think it might even be a StreamYard issue. Hopefully, it gets fixed so I can get a post-game recap, but see what happens. 3-1 Vancouver over San Diego FC. Tough audio. I don't know. I guess it might be broken. Let me put on play one more time. Can you guys hear me? Is that any better? Closed caption. I don't know if there's a way to do closed caption, but, uh, I don't know. I don't know why it's bad. I have a really nice mix amp. I have no idea why it's bad. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. No idea why it's bad. I mean, I can look into it. I don't know what's going on, but, I mean, I can hear myself pretty good. I think it might be a StreamYard issue. Yeah, so they just got a red card. The goalkeeper just got a red card for San Diego FC, which is bad. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, they just got a red card. Holy shit. Yeah, they're cooked. I don't know what he was doing, but that was not good. Obviously not good. Holy shit. Yep. So they're down 10 men, 3-1. Yeah, not good. Mike got hacked by the president of the Eredivisie after he heard what you said. Yeah. Yeah, they're down to 10 men. They're up, obviously, 3-1. The game is over. It looks like it's gonna be Inter Miami and Vancouver final. You see that the San Diego players are very upset, very upset. Rightfully so. I'm glad the mic's fixed, though. I'm so glad that it's fixed for you guys. I'm sorry about the inconvenience, by the way. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but yeah, San Diego FC are cooked. But like I said, it shows you what they need. That they're not there yet. They don't have the talent to win an MLS Cup. They're still behind, right? They still have some things they need to do in order if they want to win the league, right? There's some things they got to do. They're not there yet. That's fine. So we got 10 minutes plus added time. I would assume that this probably not going to last very long. Mike is back. We're back, dude. We're so back. We're so back. I do think Eredivisie president might have been trying to hack me. He says, "The hell you're going to talk about my league being worse than Major League Soccer? I'm going to hack your shit, dude. You're not going to even be able to talk to your people during the during the Eastern Conference or Western Conference final game. I was infiltrated, I guess, which is funny. No lie, actually better for San Diego to not win in their expansion season. What on earth would you have to look forward to? That's funny. I mean, guess chasing LA Galaxy, right? You want to have the most MLS Cups there is, or the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I think a team would want to try to win the most MLS Cups. That's like the goal, right? You want to try to be you want to have the most. 82 minutes in, by the way. Vancouver 3, San Diego FC 1. Yeah, has had Miami's number this year, but look, it's early. I'm not even gonna get close to talking about that game. Yeah, we're gonna finish this game, give Vancouver their flowers for winning the Western Conference Final. Oh my god, off the post. Oh my god. Oh my god. They should have scored again there. What an incredible season for the Canadian team, though. Incredible season for both teams. Oh, we can't let a Canadian team win. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting game. We'll see how much they promote this game. It's a big deal. Muller versus Messi. I would literally spend crazy money on promoting this game if I was Major League Soccer. I would spend. There'd be a huge PR campaign to promote the hell out of this final. We'll see if they do though. We'll be doing a watch along for it next Saturday at 2:30. It's gonna be an early game, guys. For you West Coasters, it's gonna be an early game. It's gonna be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So 11:30 your time. Hey, I can't listen, man. I can't condone that. I'm American. I can't condone, Canada is better than America. I can't. I don't care who wins the game, but I can't get on board with that, though. Oof. 85th minute. I wonder if there's gonna be added time. Because I mean they're down. There probably could have been some added time for the Inter Miami game, but there wasn't. They just called it. I mean, it's 5-1. I wonder if there's gonna be any added time for this game. Anders Trier, right in Takioka's hands, up the deflection. 86 minutes, 4 minutes away plus add time from the Vancouver win. San Diego. Oh, Chucky is looking for Dryer, but unable to get to him. Kuvas, Ocampo plays it out wide to Ahmed. I wonder if they're going to try to score another one. They'll probably just hold on to it. 87th minute. MLS Cup should definitely be in Hard Rock. I do agree with that. I think it should be at a bigger venue or at least like a neutral venue. Oh, Brian White. Oof, he was able to win it. Ryan White wanted his hat trick. McVay clears it. Oh, foul called on Vancouver. San Diego ball. Might be some subs. Yeah, triple subs for Vancouver. Jay Nelson looks like he's coming on. Get some of these guys some rest. They got a big game on Saturday. Oh, could have had a chance. They're going to be a corner for San Diego. They really need to pull one back ASAP if they want to get back in this. So close. Yeah, Ahmed has been crazy good. Brian White's got 2 goals, but he's been okay. I think Ahmed has been really good. I think both wingers were very good. Choke you with the cross. Oh God, what a save by Takaoka! What a save, bro! What a save! By the way, I got my mother-in-law in the room. I can't be screaming too loud, but did you see that save? Takioka, what a baller, bro! What a save! That's why he's the top 3 keeper in the MLS. What a save! Oh my God, what a save! Incredible save by Takioka. What a save. Dude's a baller. Absolute baller. Wow. Yeah, 6 minutes of ad time. Holy, that's not too crazy, I guess. 6 minutes. I mean, it is a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. 6 minutes of ad time. An eternity. If they'd pulled that one back, I think they might have been able to maybe do something. But because they weren't able to score that, I just don't see him scoring 2 goals in 6 minutes. I don't see him scoring 2 goals in 6 minutes, guys. I don't see it. 6 minutes of ad time. Vancouver's up 3-1 still. J League players should come to MLS. That they do need to get some more J League players. J League's very good. I have no issues with the J League. No issues with the J League. What the hell? Why do you push Takoka down? Damn, 3-hour flight back to Vancouver, then 6 hours to Miami, North America is huge. Yeah, it is a big. It's a big country for sure. But um, I think they might try to go to Miami early. I don't think they're going to fly last minute. I think they might go home and maybe fly out like Tuesday. That way they got a couple days in Miami to acclimate, But I will say this too. Vancouver and Miami are the 2 furthest teams away from each other in the entire league. They're the 2 furthest teams from each other in the entire league. By far. Not even close. Coach Muller on the sidelines. Yeah, complete opposite of the continent. Yeah, for sure. It's a long distance to have the two teams that are furthest apart. It's kind of crazy to think about. Do you see, guys, though, I want to point this out, and I'm going to talk about this in the post game, but Vanni Sartini made it to MLS Cup playoffs last year, and they lost in the first round. And some teams wouldn't fire him. They would continue to keep him as the manager, but they weren't content with what he did. They let go of him. They hire Jesper Sorensen, and look what happens. They go to 2 finals in 1 year. 2 finals. They go to the 2 biggest finals you possibly can go to in Major League Soccer, and it's because they got a better coach. That's why you shouldn't hold on to bad coaches who are mid or mediocre. Like, you got to fire coaches who don't get the job done. And they were rewarded for it big time. Uh-oh, rebound. They were rewarded very, very well for firing Vanni Sartini and hiring Jesper Sorensen. Like, huge payoff. Nice cutback by Dreyer. He's just tired, man. He's so tired. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left of this game. Yeah, I do think since they won, yeah, they're in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I think since they Vancouver won. Chucky Lozano with the cross. Oof. Out of bounds. Going to be a San Diego throw in. 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left in this game. Western Conference Final. 1 game left. Yeah, McVay taken down. No call, though. Takioka. All right, that's it, guys. Western Conference Final has been won by Vancouver Whitecaps. They will face Inter Miami in the MLS Cup Final next Saturday for a chance to be the champion of Major League Soccer in 2025. Incredible season by Vancouver Whitecaps. They've earned it. They played very well all season long. Hell of an accomplishment by them. San Diego FC, very impressive season. It's your first season in the league, expansion team. You guys deserve a lot of credit for how hard you played, how hard you worked. It's not easy to win in this league, especially when it's your first year. So kudos to you guys. Congratulations on the great season. Hold your head up high. There's always next year. Guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to do a post-game recap of this game. Hope you guys will tune in to watch that. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, 300 of you in right now. We have a lot of content this week, guys. This is going to be a huge week for MLS Moves. Biggest and best MLS channel that there is because of you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys all tuning in with me. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon.